Happy Farmin' FriYay to you. Don't you love springtime weather coming in? My heart goes out to my friends in the icy north, my friend Perry, who watches us from Rugby, North Dakota, and Corinne, who was in Buffalo, New York, and all my friends who are in other places. We are blessed right now. Middle Tennessee has had some record-breaking highs the last few days, and some people have already turned on their air conditioning. I said, this is the time of year where you turn on a fan and open the window. Let all that stale winter air out and spring cleaning has to do with the air too. So, well, I will say that there are some explosions going on. What am I talking about? Well, our cedar trees have pollen explosions, and I've got a video coming up later in the show. We're going to talk a little bit about the pollen explosions. Ooh, they're crazy. You're not losing your mind when it comes to allergy stuff. So if you take allergy medicine, I'm just going to say you might need to step it up the next few days because we got that going on. But what else we got going on? Dino Trek. It's coming to the zoo. It's time for a daily yummy. Now, it's a little different, a little departure. A lot of people are starting something because we've been food vulnerable during the pandemic. There was, for the first time ever in our country, even if you had money, you couldn't get things that you wanted. Supply chains or whatever they explained, we were food vulnerable. Now, every day, because of a lack of funds, there are 1 in 4 children, food insecurity. 1 in 4 goes to bed hungry with food insecurity, and there are all sorts of other issues when it comes to food. So a lot of people are starting to grow their own food, and homesteading has become the culture that everybody is wrapping around, especially millennials. How do we become less vulnerable to our food situation? Well, Tammi Arender is my sister from another mister, and she covers stories all over the United States. Right now, she's in Washington, D.C. with the ag bill that is under scrutiny and to see what is going to happen with agriculture for RFD television. She's covering that, but she also covered in North Louisiana a young family who knew nothing about farming. But because of food insecurity, they started their own homestead. Here's Tammy's story from RFD-TV about a family homestead.
Taylor and J.D. Underwood are first-generation farmers in northeast Louisiana. Neither he nor she had any type of ag background.
Primarily wanted to homestead and raise our kiddos in a way that they would be outside and enjoying animals and just playing in the dirt, getting muddy and dirty, and learn about where their food comes from, and primarily just homestead so that we would have some security of where our food comes from.
The Underwoods call their farm in Downsville 3-board because of this, the rustic 3-board fence that was on the property when they found it. They started this from scratch, building up a stocker cattle herd, laying hens for eggs and chickens for meat, pigs for pork, sheep, and even a milk cow. That was for J.D.
How'd you learn how to do this?
YouTube.
Had you ever milked a cow before?
No.
For the community to support our family and what we're doing is awesome. It's really my wife's element a lot too. She really enjoys being able to milk a cow and stuff like that. It was kind of a dream of hers, so that was kind of cool just from a husband's perspective to, make a dream come true for your wife, and we just love it. I mean, we really do.
The motto at 3-board Farms is building soil and feeding souls. Underwood says he wants to be intentional about taking care of the soil that takes care of him and his community. And since he had no horticulture history to build on, he says it made sense to learn about regenerative agriculture.
And we wanted something that produced a good, clean animal that we had confidence in eating. We wanted something that would be good for the land and good for the animals. And inputs wise, we didn't have any infrastructure, so it allows you to not have as many inputs to start with, as far as you don't have to have a lot of equipment. You don't have to be able to apply fertilizers and all that kind of stuff. You use your animals to do those kind of things, and it's a slower process as far as getting your land back. But we were just very passionate about making sure an animal we're trying to mimic nature as much as possible.
Underwood still has his day job as an insurance agent, but he says his real job is being a steward of the land, animals, and children that God has entrusted him with. In Downsville, Louisiana, I'm Tammi Arender for RFD-TV.
Now, I stick mostly to Tennessee stories, but how I connect that is that this is a young couple who just wanted a different life. And not everybody's going to be a farmer, but sometimes you just might want to start with a garden. Maybe you want to grow food even on a back deck, or maybe create some hydroponics. If you want some information and you are in the state of Tennessee, the UT Extension Service, they're everywhere. In every county in Tennessee, there's a UT Extension Service, and they have ways to help you. They have people on staff, and it's free to contact them and get information. I just love that. Well, speaking of farms in Tennessee, there's one in Hohenwald we're going to check in with. We do often. It's the Elephant Sanctuary. And for this, we're doing an update on Tangay. Tangay is one of the residents. If you want to find out more from the Elephant Sanctuary, elephants.com is the website, and they've got cams everywhere. Now, you can't go visit in person, but you can always visit virtually. They're in Hohenwald, Tennessee. Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now. Our daily giggle is brought to us each and every day by our friends at 54. We're joining with the National Institute of Health for a health research study, and they need you. They need you to be counted. Go to joinallofus.org/50forward. And you can sign up and give them your health information so that you can be counted. It's a research study. They want to be more accurate in their numbers. And us 50 and over people, we need to be counted. Our daily giggle is more of a sweet smile today.
I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. I think I saw you.
That just melted me. This little kid, the mom walked in, kind of sneaked in and heard him singing and realized he was singing to the dog. A little Coldplay. I don't know. I hope that blessed your heart just like it did mine. Do you have fruit trees? Well, I always think about this late in the season and when the fruits are already there and there's an issue with the fruit. Well, spray season. How do you figure out when to spray and what to do? Well, our Tennessee UT Extension Service has got some answers.
Hey, this is Greg Upchurch, UT-TSU Extension in Cumberland County, talking to you today about home fruit tree spray schedules. Behind me, we've got a beautiful peach tree that's in bloom that had a little bit of an issue last year with brown rot. And one thing that we'd probably want to be getting on this peach tree right here is actually a fungicide program, very timely right now to control that brown rot days. Now, apple trees, as you can see behind me, are kind of starting out in bud, not hardly as far along as what we see in the peach tree. They're on a different spray schedule, and so timing is going to be critical for whatever that fruit is that you're growing, whether it's grape, apple, peach, cherry, blueberries, etc. So I'd encourage you to really look online and check out our home fruit tree spray schedule for information talking about timing and application of products. Because one thing that we definitely want to do in this day and time, we want to protect our pollinators. And whether you're a organic gardener or whether you're using traditional sprays, both of those situations are cases where we need to protect our pollinators. We need to have some good environmental stewardship in terms of applying those pesticides. So the last thing I would leave you with, check out our extension publications online, our home fruit tree spray schedule, and always remember, the label is the law. So whatever the pesticide is that you're using, read and follow that label.
The VITA program is a great free resource for our community.
Today we are kicking off our 12th season of the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, which is VITA for short. And so this is for families and households who earn $70,000 or less.
Residents can have their taxes prepared for free by a trained and certified volunteer, so they are able to retain their refund and not have to pay tax prep fees. United Way partners with the IRS and the Nashville Alliance for Financial Independence.
So one of our primary goals at United Way is improving financial stability for families in our community. So this is a program that plays right into that, and as part of VITA, they also have an opportunity to be connected to so many other services that our United Way provides that may help them beyond the tax prep season.
The Earned Income Tax Credit is one of the nation's largest anti-poverty programs. You can make appointments online or by contacting the United Way. To take advantage of these programs and to check if you qualify, visit yourlocaluw.org/VITA or simply call 211. For City TV, Michael Lynn White.
What's up, everybody? Got some really exciting news today. This here, right here, is a letter from the IRS that I just received. Now, I know normally that's nothing to get excited about, but in this case it is, because this one is to show that we now have an EIN number for our nonprofit. So our nonprofit is now good. It's set up. We can get moving on all of our stuff. Yay, it's about time. So I did not realize when you set up a nonprofit that there's about 67 miles worth of paperwork, and they just require a blood sample, urine sample, and every other sample you can give them to get things going. So, however, now it's good to go. The name of the nonprofit we came up with, Mission Kindness, because if you've seen our Acts of Kindness videos, every other version of the word Acts of Kindness or some kind of reiteration with the word kindness in it was taken. So it came to us one day that said Mission Kindness and tagline of kindness with a purpose. And so now we are set up. We're good to go. The website's almost done. It'll be missionkindness.com. And now we are looking for local businesses to get involved with us in this mission. And so we already have agreements with several local businesses that are going to be donating money on a monthly recurring basis that we're going to go back out into the community and help families in need. And we're looking for a few more. So I really want to come out of the gate swinging on this and help out a lot of families, as many as we can. So if you are a local business or just a person that wants to get involved, please comment below, message into any one of our social media pages, or you can email me personally at john@murfreesboro.com, and we can get all that going. So a big thank you, shout out to those that are currently already agreed to work with us. Thank you on that. I'll give more on them later. But again, to anybody else looking to help out with our mission, we would really appreciate it. And it does go directly back into our community to help those in need. So again, comment below, message in on any one of our social media pages, or email me personally, john@murfreesboro.com, and we'll get moving. So there's your update. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.
So congratulations, John. John does an amazing job. If you want to follow things going on in Murfreesboro, murfreesboro.com has a lot of great information, and follow John. He does some really cool stories, and congratulations on Mission Kindness, and look for some great stories of people doing good in their community. And also how someone can say, let's start a nonprofit just to help our community. It might take a little bit, but that's what he did. And I just think that is just an amazing feel-good story. Well, now let's talk about the leadership programs. They're in all the counties, they're in all the cities, and a lot of the occupations like leadership music. Leadership Gallatin visited a little firefighting school.
Hold the bell back.
Okay. Leadership Gallatin is definitely not a snooze fest. Basically, you could think of it as about 6 months of all-day adult field trips.
We can go in there? This is awesome. Let them come out here and do this, learn about our job, and have some fun while they're doing it.
So what'd you think of this?
Get to look and see and touch and really experience what goes into so many of the public services, so many of the large and small businesses that happen here, and the nonprofits. We get hands-on. We've done service projects together. We've done a scavenger hunt in the Gallatin City Cemetery, and later today we're actually going to be doing department head bingo.
Holy cow! The most entertainment you get.
This is amazing! Look, you can see all of Gallatin!
Leadership Gallatin, if you get a chance to do a leadership program, and you can, I encourage you to do so because they are amazing. Amazing. They have county leadership programs, they have city leadership programs, and like I said, like leadership music, they have occupational leadership programs. So follow those. I told you at the top of the show about why our allergies are going crazy. Well, we live in a place where cedar trees are blooming. I grew up in a state where the pine trees had green pollen. Well, cedar pollen is a thing. It can be anything from experiencing someone who's doing this physically. Wind can knock this crazy. Can you believe that? How about that? Can you believe that? So that's what it looks like sometimes, that there might be fog or a fire when it's just what we call a cedar explosion. If you wonder about your allergies and why they've been a little bit crazy, okay, there's your answer right there. Well, we're going to take a look right now at some things that the UT Extension Service is doing that has nothing to do with farms. Well, it does have to do with farms. If you're a farmer, how to file your taxes. But there are seminars, tax seminars about the new laws, and UT Extension Service has people on hand that have studied the new laws. And also be careful when you get a tax preparer that they are aware of those laws, because every year somebody gets a return back and they go, well, this was wrong. And the person who prepared it just didn't know.
The court found that the partner claiming the deduction had no professional or educational experience in federal tax laws. Well, that's possible.
A hypothetical scenario, but a tax issue that could happen. The beginning of a new year is when we look at last year's income, run the numbers, and see if we owe or if we're getting money back. But before we file, many of us turn to these professionals for help, accountants and tax preparers. Teaching this workshop in Athens, Alan Galloway, a farm management specialist with UT Extension. Many in this group of experts will take what they learn here and then work with farm families to prepare their tax returns.
But there's going to be the action of keeping the records, that sort of thing is going to be the same no matter what type of farming you're involved in.
Galloway and other instructors talk about partnerships and business entities, trust and estates, and new tax legislation. Agriculture has experienced high input costs for farmers, what it takes to produce livestock and crops, items like fuel, fertilizer, and seed, and that creates challenges when it comes to taxes.
Well, one of the greatest challenges most farms have is the fact that their income fluctuates widely from year to year because of the changes in input costs, the changes in prices that they receive when they sell what they produce. And that creates an extra challenge for them of determining how best to, you might say, level out that type of income from year to year by adjusting things as they can.
UT Extension has teamed with the Tennessee Farm Bureau Federation and the IRS the past 62 years to conduct these workshops in all parts of the state. And they average about 750 participants each tax season.
Alice Ray with Farm Bureau advises producers on tax issues.
If we're not saving them the tax dollars that they're eligible for, then we're not doing our job. So this tax workshop each year I look forward to it because it's great information, always timely and up to date, and it just helps prepare us for that season.
These sessions are among a small number of seminars in Tennessee that focus on agriculture. These experts leave here with updated knowledge, ready to help all their clients, including farm families. On the farm and everywhere, taxes are a necessity, and so too is smart preparation. This is Charles Denny reporting.
My name is Devon Bracey. I work at OEM Tube Assemblies. I started entry level. From there, I became a lead in my department, and now I'm in engineering. I went to Austin Peay. From there, I got my associates, and I'm working on my bachelor's degree. On the floor, it's more of a relaxed working environment instead of an assembly line. What makes me proud to work at OEM? It's very prideful to come in knowing that you're making a difference within the community, within the OEM system here. What I enjoy about working locally, I don't have to commute. 10-minute jobs from here, gas prices, everything's just right here locally.
I love that there's a website if you're in the Clarksville area, clarksvilleishiring.com. If you need a job and you're in that area or can commute easily to that area, going away from traffic, probably a good idea to check out clarksvilleishiring.com. Well, we had some very, very sad news in the end of the week last week. This time last week, as a matter of fact, we lost a songwriter in our family. His name is Kyle Jacobs, and Kyle has been a part of some monster hit songs. And what I was really struck by when he took his own life, from our outward appearances, from what we could see, he was loved by everyone. He had a wonderful wife, Kelly Pickler. They had the most incredible relationship from outward appearances. From everything that we could see from the outside in, success, money, great house, great friends, it just everything pointed to everything is rosy. But here's the thing, everything may not be rosy. And people have done things like blaming it on social media, blaming it on, there's no thing that we can ever point our finger at and say, this was it. This was it. But what we can point out is that it's a hard thing for everybody left in the wake of suicide. This beautiful, wonderful creature, this man gave us so much great music. His friend, Joe Leathers, did not want to post about it, but he said, I feel like I owe him that. That Friday, the last song that Kyle Jacobs was a part of, they recorded it to share with each other. They recorded it. And I thought I would close our show with that, and a reminder that there is help. There is, instead of 911, a suicide prevention hotline is 988. Remember that, 988. Whoever you are, wherever you are, reach out to your friends And I will say that Kyle Jacobs loved Jesus, and I know that there were arms waiting to hold him. And I hope that all of his pain is relieved. And I have faith that that is true. Well, God bless everybody who's watching each and every week. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed weekend. And I'm going to leave you with Kyle Jacobs in his last song with his friends who are his co-writers. Joe Leathers, thank you for posting this. Bye, everybody. Have a great, great weekend. And hug somebody and call somebody. I'll get this right. I was too emotional. Tell them that you love them. Bye.
All right, so this is Mr. Harley Day. This is Mr. Joe Leathers.
Hi.
I'm the one they call Kyle Jacobs, and we just wrote this song called God Created Friends, and it's about a brother in need calling another brother who's going to help him out. So it goes like this. There goes my phone, it's 2 a.m. Brother, how you doing? How you been? Go ahead and tell me everything. I'd never let your call just ring and ring. You know I've been there before. Those nights I knocked at your door. Your smile said, hey, come on in. That's why God created friends. Are things okay? Are you alright? Are you just having one of those hell of a nights? Do you need an ear or another point of view? Either way, you know I'm here for you. You know I've been there before. Those nights I knocked at your door. Your smile said, hey, come on in. That's why God created friends. That's why God created friends. You know the whiskey won't work. That bottle's just a curse. It makes the hurting hurt worse every time. You know I've been there before. Those nights I knocked at your door. Your smile said, hey, come on in. That's why God created friends. You know I've been there before. Those nights I knocked at your door. Your smile said, hey, come on in. That's why God created friends. That's why God created friends. There goes my phone, it's 2 a.m. Brother, how you doing? How you been?
We are home, we are family, we are things to do and places to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.